What is up, my friends? Welcome to my channel. And so, still selling puts and calls. And so yesterday I made a little bit over $200 by selling a put on SPY and a put on QQQ. So let me show you guys that. If we just scroll down here. So let's open this up. So as you guys can see, year to date, I've made $4,384.52. Now, some of that is from selling options. Most of it is from selling options. A little bit of it is from capital gains, because on red days I sometimes buy something and then sell it off. But let me show you guys yesterday what I made. It's right here. I made $117 on QQQ and $105 on SPY. And so it's about $220 yesterday. And so, you know, I change my mind very, very often. Very often. Yesterday I thought, well, I'll buy these ETFs and hold on to them. But I started selling them off this morning. At least some of them that were in profit. And just rethinking things again, because if I hold on to this, I have to wait a whole month to actually make any money off of this, right? I have to wait one whole month for this thing to pay me anything at all. And so, I don't know, more than likely I assume that this thing is going to just basically copy the NASDAQ 100, because that's what it's based on. But of course, it's going to fall short of the performance of the NASDAQ 100. I mean, that's just a given. It's going to happen. And I'm holding on to this thing, and it's not paying me anything, right? I have to wait a whole month for it to actually pay me anything at all. And so that goes for also for something like this. Now, I'm not saying that I don't like these ETFs. They're good ETFs if you want to buy and hold. But same here, you know. Will this appreciate? I'm sure it'll appreciate some. It's not going to appreciate like the actual NASDAQ or QQQ. That's for sure. But same deal here. I have to wait one whole month to actually make any money off of this. So I was thinking, well, you know, I'm making money every day from selling puts. And it looks like I'm going to make another $230 today off of these two puts that I sold today. Thinking back on when I started this, I could have been doing two puts on SPY and one put on QQQ had I not done a put on Robinhood stock, which, you know, my collateral was called away, and now I own 100 shares. I've been owning 100 shares for like the past 2 weeks. Robinhood stock hasn't been doing very well. So as you guys can see here, Robinhood stock is down to $100. I own it for just a little bit under $112. And so I've been selling calls on Robinhood stock, weekly calls. So this thing has been paying me something every week. So, okay, for the meantime, I have no problem with it. I'll hold on to it. I'll sell calls on it. And I'll make some money off of it. I'm sure eventually the price of Robinhood will go back up to 112, somewhere up here. So once that happens, I'm just going to continue selling calls. And eventually, I'm sure that the shares will be called away. Once the shares are called away from Robinhood stock from selling calls, then what I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to be selling puts on QQQ and on SPY. Because with all of my money, I should be able to sell two puts on SPY, or two puts on QQQ, or three of QQQ, or three of SPY. But just to mix it up a little bit, I'm thinking of doing maybe two on SPY and one on QQQ. I'd be better off doing that because I'm making money every day from doing this. Okay. I can average, if I were doing three puts per day, 2 on SPY and 1 on QQQ. I mean, I could average like $300 a day, and I get paid every day. Instead of holding something like this, like TDAC, which, like I mentioned before, I have to wait a whole month to actually make any money whatsoever. Same thing here, right? I have to wait the whole month to make any money whatsoever. Now, another benefit of just selling puts is that if I was just selling puts like I am with QQQ and SPY, I actually don't own SPY. I don't own shares of SPY. I don't own shares of QQQ. So the risk is, I guess, minimal, you know? Unless there's some kind of a, crash or something, then I'd be obligated to own the shares. Or if the price really dips really hard, then I'm going to be obligated to own the shares. But of course, if I'm obligated to own the shares, then I just turn around and start selling calls. And it's the same deal. If I was to sell calls on SPY and QQQ, I'd make money every single day, every trading day, instead of waiting a whole month to actually make any money. And who knows where the price is going to go, right? Of these other ETFs. I mean, yeah, they're kind of, for the most part, they are tracking, they're underlining, right? QQQI is tracking QQQ, but it's not gonna perform the same. So it's not gonna track it exactly. TDAC is also based on the NASDAQ, and it's not gonna track the NASDAQ exactly. It's gonna underperform. Both of those ETFs, QQQI and TDAC, are going to underperform. And so holding those and waiting for them to pay me just once a month, I don't know, after thinking about that, it kind of didn't make sense to me. Like, why do that? Why do that when I can just sell puts myself and get paid, make money every single day, every trading day? And even if I have to own SPY or QQQ, even if I have to actually own shares, then I could just sell calls every single day. I mean, just do it myself every day. I think I'd be better off just doing that, So that's probably what I'm going to be doing. I've changed my mind, and I think it's okay to change your mind. So I'm going to sell all this stuff off. The one that I might have to sell at a loss is this one. I was thinking about this. I mean, I like, it's Howard Chan, that guy Howard Chan from Curve. I like how he wants to maintain the NAV and doesn't want to destroy people's principal. And that's great, But this thing here, I mean, it's just fairly been kind of steadily moving down. I bought it for $22.57. I'm down $140. And so I've received 2 dividends because this thing pays on a weekly basis. It's just about a little bit over $7. So I've made a little bit over $14, like maybe $15 on this so far. So that certainly doesn't cover the cost of my total return here, that it's a negative $140, right? So yeah, even something like this. I mean, why buy and hold this thing? Now that I think about it, really. Now that why buy and hold any of these? If you have enough capital, if you've got enough money to sell puts and calls yourself on the S&P 500 or the NASDAQ, I think you're better off just doing it yourself. That's my opinion. Well, thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I really would appreciate it. You guys have a great one. God bless. We'll catch you in the next video. Bye.